in first chapter, in first module, what is crime and to whom we can say that he or she is the criminal. Logy means science, psychology, psyche means mind, and logy means science. Scientific study of mind is what is psychology. So same thing is criminology, the science of crime. Science of crime is what is criminology. Next point is about schools of criminology. Because it is a very first chapter, so the emphasis it is to study the backdrop, to study the canvas of this field, from how and from which area, which arena the field it has been started, the pre-classical, classical, neoclassical, even positivist. So जिथे human beings आहेत तिथे some or the other way abnormal or unaccepted behaviors हे होतच असतात. So that's why मग तिथे crime exist हे करतोच. Only the frequency, duration and intensity of crime it differs from society to society, because the norms of each and every society, each and every community, each and every culture, the social group, it also differs. So that basic fundamental approach of any science is the individual difference. And here is the catch, that the frequency, duration and intensity of crime, it also varies. So मग आधीच्या एरियाज मध्ये, आधीच्या एरामध्ये क्राईम ही कन्सेप्ट काय होती आणि मग तेव्हा पनिशमेंट कन्सेप्ट काय होतं, तो पार्ट सगळा इथे आहे. आय थिंक कोणाचा तरी माईक ऑन आहे, प्लीज एकदा चेक करा. And please mute yourself. Correct. Okay. Then in second module, psychology and crime, the meaning, purpose and scope of criminal psychology. The pure psychological based chapter is module 2. Psychological approach to crime and psychoanalytical approach to crime, like Sigmund Freud. Means most of you might heard the name. He's the father and he's the person who has popularized this field, psychology, Sigmund Freud. Then the behaviorist approach. Definition of criminal behavior, psychodynamic approach. And even psychopathic deviates or antisocial people. The mental illness, का बरं अशी लोक ही एक्झॅक्टली आता जसं एक दोघांनी सांगितलं, so they are quite inquisitive to study that why people become abnormal or why people become so mental that they do crime. So that mental illness and crime, and even aggression and violence to crime, that relation also we are going to study. Third module is about the application and usage of some standardized psychological questionnaires or standardized psychological instruments, which we call as test. सायकोलॉजी मध्ये सुद्धा काही असे टेस्ट आहेत, काही असे मेजरमेंट्स आहेत की ज्याच्या थ्रू खरंच एखाद्या व्यक्तीमध्ये ॲबनॉर्मल टेंडन्सी आहे का, खरंच एखाद्या व्यक्तीमध्ये क्रिमिनल बिहेवियर आहे की नाही हे आपण मेजर करू शकतो. और इवन वी कॅन प्रिटेंड. अंडरस्टँडिंग द बिहेवियर, explanation of that behavior, predicting the behavior and controlling the behavior. These are the 4 goals of psychology. First is to understand the behavior. Second is describe the behavior, explain the behavior. Then the third major goal of psychology is to predict the behavior, that what and how exactly the person will behave in future. Please mute yourself. And fourth one is, if it is possible, then yes, definitely how to control the behavior. The third and fourth factor is about factors underlying the criminal profiling. I will share an interesting YouTube video, a BBC documentary based on Adolf Hitler. Now, to be surprised, see how far it is scientific in nature. The field which we are going to study in 1933-34.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Can you please repeat that documentary?
I'm unable to listen to you, ma'am.
Sir, can you please repeat?
Which one?
Your voice is breaking.
Please check your
The
range.
last one you are saying.
Yes, agree.
To
I understand.
watch something.
I understand. So please check your range. Yes. So in 1933 and 34, American government, they have hired a group of psychologists, and the task it was given to them, that is, take a detailed case study of Adolf Hitler and prepare a detailed psychological profile of Adolf Hitler, that what and how exactly his moves will be in future. In 1938 and 39, during these 5 to 6 years from 34 to 39, American psychologists, they have studied Adolf Hitler in detail. They have collected the data, and based on that, in 1939 itself, they have predicted that either Adolf Hitler, he will be killed or he will commit suicide. So see, how far it is systematic, scientific, and up to the mark. American psychologists, they were able to predict that how Adolf Hitler will behave in upcoming 5 to 6 years. This is what is actual meaning of making a profiling. So profile करणं म्हणजे काय? In detail analysis, in detail information ती कलेक्ट करून जे appropriate statements आहेत, appropriate आपण ज्याला prediction म्हणू सोप्या भाषेमध्ये ते करणं. So even the merit and demerits of criminal profiling, which we are going to study. The fourth one is about forensic psychology. So many students, they are very much fascinated about this term की आम्हाला forensic शिकायचं किंवा forensic म्हणजे काय. And most of us are quite familiar with this term only because of CID. की CID मध्ये forensic department किंवा ते एक डॉक्टर साळुंके नावाचं एक कॅरेक्टर आहे आणि मग ते थंबप्रिंट्स कसं गोळा करतात आणि अनालिसिस एकूण कसं करतात. So that part in detail we are going to study, that the definition, meaning and scope of it, history of forensic psychology in India and even in Western countries, investigation in crime, the relationship between psychology and police. So nowadays it is quite interesting to study this relation. Application of psychology in courtroom settings and even in jail. So far, so first, second, third, fourth module, they are strictly focused to the role of psychology in crime and in courtroom settings. But fifth, sixth, and seventh chapters, they are sociological theories. Here, the application part, it is less comparatively the earlier section, but still they are quite relatable. Social structure theory, social disorganization theory, why person behaves criminally. एखादी व्यक्ती गुन्हा नेमकी ही का बरं करते आणि मग त्याच्यामध्ये सोसायटल एजन्सीज जे आहेत सो त्यांचा रोल काय असतो तो भाग सगळा आपल्याला फिफ्थ चॅप्टर मध्ये इन डिटेल बघणार आहोत. सेम थिंग विथ सिक्स्थ वन, दॅट इज Cohen's theory of delinquent subculture and lower class gang. And last one is about crime and social process. Another challenge which all of us having, that is, we have to study all these things conceptually. Why it is so? Because now we are facing MCQ based questions. MCQ टेस्ट असणार आहे मोस्टली, कारण सगळे जे एकूण बाहेरचा जो एक सिनेरिओ आहे किंवा युनिव्हर्सिटीचा जो एकूण रूल्स म्हणजे जे काही चेंजेस आहेत. सो social bond theory, who is the person who coined the term social bond theory? Self-control, this concept it is studied by option A, B, C, D. Differential, who is the founder of differential reinforcement theory? Ego and superego, these concepts are studied by Sigmund Freud is known for. And then in option, so you will have accordingly 4 names, or whether one particular statement of any of these theory, so they ask, and the question will be like whether the statement is true, false, invalid, or none of the above. So it is a trick. In a way it is easy to understand, in a way it is easy to make our notes because it is MCQ, and at the same time because it is MCQ, so they have enough scope to frame n number of questions, and for that we must have a conceptual study. As per university's thought, why we have to study, and even after studying and while studying these 7 modules, objectives are to have advances made by sociology and psychiatry the basic objective is to understand human behavior, especially the deviant, abnormal to deviated behavior. Second objective is to have in-depth understanding of crime, cause and prevention. का बरं हे गुन्हे समाजामध्ये होतात, हे क्राइम्स का बरं होतात, and how can we prevent as a part of society, what role it lies at us. आपल्यावरती काय जबाबदारी आहे किंवा आपण काय करू शकतो ते. Advancement in the science of psychiatry and sociology. And third objective is the cause of crime in better scientific and even rational manner. So on this ground, we are going to study these 7 chapters in detail. To start with, the first point for today is what is crime exactly, and to whom we can say that yes, the person is actually in true sense, or we can prove. So because our main theme is about court and law, so we have to give some evidences, proofs, logical arguments. So on what basis we can say that yes, the person is criminal. Crime, it is a violation of societal rules of behavior. We live in society, we have certain social unwritten rules. Rules for dressing, rules for interacting with others, rules for expressing our emotions, rules for ability to deny something. If you do not agree a particular rule, then still there are some other rules for opposing those structured rules. एखादा नियम, एखादा लॉ जर का पटत नसेल तर त्याला अपोज करण्याचे पण काही स्ट्रक्चर्ड असे रूल आहेत. आलं मनात म्हणून पटकन कुठल्याही रूलला अपोज करण्यासाठी काहीतरी हाणामारी केली किंवा तोडफोड केली, इट इज नॉट एट ऑल, अगेन इट इज नॉट एट ऑल accepted. So the behavior which is not accepted by the society is what is either crime or the abnormal behavior. So the crime is a violation of societal rules of behavior as interpreted and expressed by Criminal Legal Code, IPC 320, IPC 140 वगैरे आणखीन जे जे काय आहे ते, by a criminal legal code created by people holding forward, holding social and the political power. So those individuals who violate, who break these rules, they are subject to sanctions by state authority, social stigma, and even loss of status. This is what is the basics of the term crime. Then the three views are there. Are you following? What is crime exactly?
Yes, sir.
ओके, मग कुठलंही एक एक्झाम्पल तुम्ही क्राईमचं देऊ शकाल की हा क्राईम आहे असं?
सर कोणालाही शिवीगाळ करणे किंवा मारहाण करणे.
येस, अब्युझिव्ह वर्ड्स और अब्युझिव्ह ऍक्शन्स, करेक्ट. आणखीन?
murder,
सॉरी,
murder, attempt to murder,
मर्डर, येस, मर्डर, हाफ मर्डर, अटेम्प्ट टू मर्डर, करेक्ट. बिकॉज
एखाद्याला टॉर्चर करणे.
टॉर्चर करणं, अगदी बरोबर. इव्हन मग इधर सायकोलॉजिकली टॉर्चर करणं असेल किंवा नुसतं फिजिकली
हॅरॅसमेंट करणे.
हॅरॅसमेंट आहे, किंवा मग आता सी याचेच शेड्स कशा बदलत जातात. कॉलेज एन्व्हायरमेंट मध्ये ह्यालाच आपण रॅगिंग म्हणतो. इट इज नॉट एट ऑल accepted. It is not a rule which is set by that particular institute or college. The behavior or the rule which is set and accepted by that particular society, so we can say that yes, it is okay, it is accepted, it is normal. But just to hold, if you are disrespecting by any means the other person, other human being, then it can be considered as a crime. And plus, because we are studying all these things under the law, so there must be some legal code for it. हॅरेसमेंट केली आहे, सो मग त्याचा कुठला लिगल कोड आहे का? अच्छा, मर्डर केलेला आहे, लिगल कोड आहे का? ऍज अ स्टुडंट, सो वी शुड नो that code, under which particular code, IPC, Indian Penal Code, section blah 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 slash वगैरे काय जे आणखीन एक सब कॅटेगरीज आहेत ते. Based on that, we can say that yes, XYZ ABC action, it is a crime, and the person who acts in that way is considered as criminal.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I was having a doubt that abusement of words, how can it be called as crime? Can you explain?
Abusing by words, how can we consider it as crime? It comes under some kind of ethics as well. Ethics says that treat others the way you want to be treated. So if it is okay for you that if other person is abusing you by words, but still why it is not appropriated? Because that other person is also having some personal rights. The way, so if you are disrespecting the other person by abusing him or her only just by using words, and if he's making some complaint or if he's taking some kind of legal action against it, then he is also having his right. if the other person is saying that yes, because person A has used some unwanted things to me, undesired things to me, and it is hurting me, then it is a starting point of it. So of course, and that's why in our system we have the variations of crime. एक्झॅक्टली क्राईम म्हणून नाही होणार ते, पण त्या क्राईमच्या शेड मध्ये जाण्यासारखं आहे, कारण की आपण तिथे समोरच्याचा जो जो राईट आहे तो राईट आपण कुठेतरी स्टेप आउट करतोय, ओव्हर रूल करतोय. होतंय क्लिअर? आर यू फॉलोइंग?
Yes, sir.
येस, ओके.